staring at us. You couldn't see it yet, but I could see the silhouette of the monument. And I'm like, oh, here. And it's real close. But on that road that's like winding, you're at the very top of this mountain and this road. There it is. And then once the sun sets behind the monument as we're driving, it just blows up in your face. There's no shadows anymore. There it is, full display. Like they flicked the lights on, like, holy shit. And she like, oh my God, there it is. Like, and it was, I think that made it that much more special. So she enjoyed it so much more because of that. But yeah, if you're on a cross country trip and you're like, hey, it's a fucking mountain with a guy's face on it, totally see why it wasn't like the highlight of the trip.
The kids could not give a fuck. Like,
Yeah,
they just did not give a fuck.
If you get a chance to deep dive, though, folks, I highly recommend it. It's very interesting.
And it's just like, I'm like, we're great. So we're gonna have to pay $30 for parking for like 10 minutes worth of shit.
Yep.
I was like, oh, okay. So we got back to the car, and so national monuments now, or national parks, you're supposed to take your card, you're supposed to take your parking pass with you, and then walk up to the monument, and there's parking pass like places you can pay. We did not do that.
Sure.
So I was like, oh shit, we're gonna not be able to get out of here now. So we pulled up to one of the gates, and it just opened. And I was like, what? Okay. Like I just blew through that thing. I was like, we're not paying, I guess. Fuck it.
This is for that shitty meal at Hard Rock.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you can come after my rental. I don't care.
Yeah.
So and oh man. So I gotta say, like, because I had talked to Chicken about this before, and he said, you know what? He said Rushmore is pretty impressive, and he said, and then he said some nights they have fireworks behind it, which is amazing. And so I was like, oh shit! I was like, I'd really love to hit that, but
yeah, I did get to see that the first time I went when I was a kid. It's breathtaking.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, well, it is what it is. But the kids, it was just really funny. They were just not interested, and so
fair.
So we left. It was not super late, but it was late-ish, and so we're leaving. We're leaving Rushmore, and we go through Keystone, and which reminded me kind of when I lived in New Mexico. It was like an old time mountain town in New Mexico where like it had the when you see old westerns where they're all the stores are connected by like the wood walkways, like decking, and like that kind of thing. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So like it reminded me of that. I'm like, oh man. So Cloudcroft, where I lived in New Mexico, I lived in Alamogordo, but Cloudcroft was that town that I'm thinking of, where like you would go to the old downtown, and they had a paved road, but like all the businesses in town were connected by this wood walkway, like this wood deck, like porch, or it's like really a porch, so so that reminded me of Keystone. Like I was like, oh, this is pretty cool, but it was definitely touristy. Like it was totally touristy. It had total come buy my stuff type thing. But
oh yeah.
So we're heading out of there, and that's when we saw coming out of there, I want to say, is when we saw just every animal imaginable. We saw elk, we saw a bear, we saw antelope, deer. I mean, we just like it was like one after another, and then eventually a moose. Multiple moose, I think 2 or 3 moose.
Sweet.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like all within an hour or two of each other. We were just
shit.
like, oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Yeah, a bear like comes over the hill, over this hill, like, and stops and like stares at us. I was like, and like far away. Like I'm like, holy shit, that's a black bear. I was like, and he just came over this hill and stopped and looked at us, and I was like,
they're chill.
I was like, whoa. I was like, all right, cool, man. Yeah. I mean, that was and then the next day we stayed in Cody, Wyoming, which is named for what's his name, William Cody, right? Buffalo Bill.
Yep.
So And we drove into Yellowstone the next day, which was amazing.
Very cool.
Like,
Yeah.
it's so crazy. Like there's a giant lake in the middle of Yellowstone. Did not know that. Did not know that at all. Giant lake and beautiful. And you just even though they did have some spots where you could tell it was ravaged by wildfires. But apparently that's just a natural thing that happens if you don't clear up downfall like that. You know, lightning strikes and then they have a wildfire. So, but it was beautiful just the same. And we got to the lake and we were decided like, all right, well, we'll, you know, use the bathroom, and we ended up deciding to eat lunch. And then Isabel met a friend. And yeah, they were BFFs by the end. But she was leaving. They were hugging.
Oh,
So she's like, oh, so what's her name? I don't know. I was like, what? It's like you just talked to her for like 20 minutes. She's like, yeah,
awesome.
I don't know. I don't remember. I'm like,
Doesn't matter.
God. I was like, that's my daughter.
That's adorable.
I'll talk to you for an hour. I won't remember your name.
Yeah, nope, that's adorable. Perfect. Kids are great.
Yeah.
I don't know, but we're friends. It's fine.
But we're friends. We're BFFs.
Yeah.
So
great.
But yeah, from there we went to Old Faithful, and we got there, we parked, we walked to Old Faithful, and people were already waiting, like it's lined with people. And we're talking to, you know, people around us, and there's some people, and then Izzy makes another friend there. This little girl, she probably like 2 years old, and Isabel has a slap bracelet. You know you know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Yep.
Well, this little girl, I think their family's from like Spain or something like you know, so they were like, they spoke English, but obvious accent, and they and the little girl was she was very demanding. It was very funny. But Izzy was great. Izzy was great with her. She was like, okay, yeah, she was really patient with her, which is hilarious because Isabel is a complete asshole most of the time. So like it's so funny to see her patient with another very difficult human being. But yeah, the girl was playing with her slap bracelet, and they were sitting together, and they were having a great old time. And what's really funny is that we got to Old Faithful, and we're like, oh, when is it supposed to blow off? We look at the schedule, and they said anywhere between, you know, 8, I forget what time it was, but like 2:35, 3:45 or whatever. And we got there, and there's like 15 minutes left, and it blew off after we were there for about 15 minutes. And people had been waiting forever. So
sure.
We hit it. We like jackpotted it. It was great.
That's
so like
fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, it was fantastic. So and then we said goodbye to that family, and then we walked around the park. And Isabel had a bit of a tough time. She did not want to walk around the park. She wanted to go out to eat. And it's like, you know, we're gonna go when we're gonna go, but like right now we're at a national park. We need to go. We paid to get in here, or we didn't really pay to get in there, but we got in here, and we want to look around, and so, but yeah, we saw all the different like springs that were there, all the different geysers that were there. Not all of them, but we saw quite a bit of them. There's like a little walkway for people that have not been there. You can you go around the geysers, and then there's other geysers, and then you can even go to like other geysers that are further away. And when you drive out, if you go to the west side of Yellowstone, you'll see like there's a bunch of other ones like on that side that you can go and check out. And
the Temu and Dollar Tree versions
of
Old Faithful.
Right. Yeah.
If you don't want to wait for that,
I think they're just less predictable. So that people, I know. So
it's not going to be as impressive, and you're going to be here for a while.
Yeah, we don't know how long you're going to be here. It might be all day.
Bring a tent.
Yeah. So, but yeah, going out of there, I think we saw some bison but yeah. And then finally we found a restaurant getting out of there. And that was like the biggest thing. Isabel was just, oh my God, I'm so hungry. So finally we we try to get a consensus of what everyone wanted. We try to be somewhat
Yeah. Good luck.
diplomatic about it.
That
Yeah,
doesn't
I know.
work.
I know. But so finally we settled on barbecue, and it was, I forget what the place was called, like Beartooth Barbecue or something like that. We got there, we sat down, and there was like a thunderstorm, and like it was pouring when we ran into this restaurant. And it lasted probably like the 5 minutes that we were outside when it was pouring. Because I swear to God, we sat down and the sun started shining. But
Of course.
so we sat down there, we're like, all right, we order. Food comes. It is probably it has to be the worst fucking barbecue I've ever had. And the most expensive.
Oh God. Of course.
And I'm like,
Uh
I'm just so confused. I'm like, how can it be this bad?
yeah.
Like, it's warm. The brisket that I ordered is warm, but it's dry as fuck.
Uh
I'm like, this is not possible. Like,
uh,
you can't call yourself a barbecue place and deliver this shit, right? Like, you can't. You can't.
That sucks.
My son ordered sausage. My other son ordered like a variety plate, which was like $50 fucking dollars.
Go.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm just like, I don't give a shit. Like, we're not doing this again. So fucking have a good time. But like,
Yeah.
but then I get the brisket, and I'm like, fuck these people. I'm like
Yeah,
mad.
that sucks.
I'm mad. I'm mad because like the brisket was awful. And I'm like, if you can't make brisket and pulled pork, you should not call yourself a
Yeah, no, that's
restaurant.
not barbecue at that
That's
point.
not barbecue. Like, you're junk. You're garbage. Like,
Oh,
you do not call
man.
yourself that. So they nuked this brisket. This is what they did. That's why it was so dry. It tasted okay. Like if you taste it, you're like, whoa, there's like seasoning. That's good. But
Right.
but a good brisket has like some fat dripping off it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
I
like
didn't buy beef jerky.
yeah. Oh, dude, I was so upset. I was like, even now it bothers me. Even now, I want to Google review these people and be like, "Fuck you! You should not be open. Like, you should not be charging the money you're charging. You should not be
Yeah.
open. So bad. Um, it was bad. It was so bad. So, if you find yourself in, I forget what it's called, West Yellowstone or whatever, I don't know, Beartooth
Settle
Barbecue, I
for
don't know.
something
Yeah.
besides barbecue.
Don't go to barbecue. Oh my God, it's so bad. So bad. Oh my God. So, yeah, from Yellowstone, we drove to San Francisco. Like, that was our ultimate goal at that point.
Mhm.
We stopped in Idaho Falls. There is a dam there that rivals apparently Niagara Falls, which it did not.
Really? Oh.
They claim
They
it
claim.
did.
Okay.
There's a claim.
Okay.
And then they're attached to that is called Dirk's Lake, which is like up on top of the mountain, which is, it was nice. It was an interesting bathing area. I don't know.
Oh,
They had
okay.
some cliff diving going on, which my son was like,
Oh.
"Ooh, hey, how do we get over there?" And I'm like, "No, no,
Yeah,
no, we don't need anyone get a spinal cord injury."
that's not what this trip's about, guys. Sorry. Next time. Next time.
Yeah, Jamie's like, he's gonna want to do that. I'm like, we'll
Yeah.
just say no. We'll say no.
Yeah, you can
So,
say no. It's fine.
But it was fun. Like, it was a good break. We got there. We're like, all right, we checked out the thing. We ate lunch, and then Izzy was like, oh, I want to swim. I want to swim. All right, cool. So there's a lake there, so we went and swam in the lake. And yeah, and then we headed straight for San Francisco, which we ended up staying in probably, if not the worst hotel that we stayed in on our trip.
Oh wow.
Yeah, if it's not the worst, it's probably
Right there.
top 2.
Damn. What was it? Had to be a chain.
Oh no. No, it was called the Royal Inn.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You went offshoot. Oh no.
Yeah, and I got it.
Oh,
So it was in Lovelace, Nevada, or Lovelock. Sorry, excuse me, Lovelock, Nevada.
which got
And
to be like right on the border, doesn't it?
there's nothing there. There's a
Fuck.
federal prison.
Oh no.
And maybe like 2 hotels. I
Oh
was like,
god.
holy shit. I hope the locks work on these
Oh
doors.
god.
Yeah.
That reminds me of the hotel I got to stay in all the time for work. It's a town of like 1,000 people, but there's a
Yeah.
prison there. One hotel. It's called
Yeah.
the Super 7 in Tecumseh, Nebraska, and it's a disaster. Last year, you walked in, it reeks. You walk up the stairs, no elevator, obviously. And there were doors during the renovation just off hinges laying against the wall. And there was a pile of like 100 pairs of shoes, Crocs included, none of them new. Like maybe that's where the smell's coming from. Fuck, I don't know. Ugh. No, I know what you're talking about. I get it. I
Yeah.
get it.
So
Oh,
I have pictures of this place, but if you could if you could
for
imagine like
proof.
if you
Yeah.
could imagine like Caesar's Palace, like
Yeah.
like like the piers, all the statues, like these statues, like they had these out front.
No.
Yes, yes,
Oh
and
god.
it's so ghetto, and it's like I was just like, and then and it's like I
Oh,
don't.
fuck.
Yeah, and it's Indian folk that own this place. So I'm like,
Yes, that's
yeah,
what I didn't say about the Super 7, but
yeah, yeah.
it
So
always is.
yeah, so
Fuck.
then and then the
They do
what's
know how to run a motel. I'll give them that.
well, kind of. I
It,
mean,
well, I mean,
they're not
quality's
great
not
at
going to be high,
it. They're not
but
great
they
at
can
it.
do it.
And it's even worse when they're really stingy because I have a
Uh,
story for that in Oklahoma. But
oh,
um but so this hotel specifically, we check out, we leave, and like 20 minutes down the road, my son says, I think I left my MP3 player in the hotel room.
no,
And I'm like, oh, dude, I'm like,
please! I never wanted to see this
come
place again,
on. And I was like, we're
dude.
gone.
They've claimed it for themselves at this point.
So we, well, but
It's now playing something completely different. No,
the problem is right, like there's no exit. It's there's like 20 minutes till the next exit. So I'm 20 minutes away.
ah,
There's 20 minutes till the next exit.
no. The
And
problem is you've got another week, and
yeah,
you can't just leave the MP3 player.
so I was like, all right. I said, please check this whole car before I turn around.
Mm.
So we check, we sift through the car, nothing. I'm like, call the hotel and ask if it's there. They call. He goes, yeah, I found it. I'm like, all right.
It's mine now.
So we drive back, and I, we get there, and I'm like, hey, dude, we're here for the MP3 player. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, I'll give him $5. I'm like, here's $5. He goes, no. I go, seriously, take it. Like, I thank you so much for being honest. I really
Yeah.
appreciate it. And I was like, he's like, nope, 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 nope. It's like, are you sure? He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, thank you, like, so much, because he could have just kept it. He couldn't have gotten into it. Well, maybe he would have. I don't know. I don't think my kids uh I don't think my kids lock was that sophisticated,
Right.
yeah, I was like, you got to be kidding me. I was like, but yeah, that so we were going to be getting into San Francisco an hour before when we originally left it. We were going to get to San Francisco an hour before we had to be there for the park get together, the little
Oh,
get
yeah,
together.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
sure.
The day before the wedding, there's that whole thing.
The meet and
So
greet, if you will.
yeah, yeah. And now we're like racing to get there so we can just be on time.
Yeah,
So I was like, all
because
right,
why
well,
not?
we're not gonna check into the Airbnb, and well, my brother already done that, but we're not gonna hang out and meet everybody. We're just gonna head
Sure.
right to the park. So um that's what we ended up doing, and it turned out fine. So
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't stop us from giving him a whole bunch of shit. So,
Yeah, yeah.
but yeah, that's the first leg of our trip. I don't want to. We could talk for like 3 or 4 hours, so I think we'll leave it at that.
Okay, okay, so
Yeah,
we've got a cliffhanger here. So
yeah, I think so.
you've gotten to the
Yeah.
venue.
Well, we could talk
Okay.
about the wedding real quick. I think the wedding was beautiful.
Okay.
It was, I would say not exactly traditional, which is I'm not
Okay.
judging. I'm not judging. I don't care. You
Well,
do you.
what do you
You
mean
do you.
by non-traditional though?
Well, technically they're both Jewish.
Okay. Okay. But they
And
didn't
so
go they didn't
this
go
was not
traditional.
no, no, no,
Okay.
this was well, you know what? I don't even know what traditional Jewish looks like.
I was going to say
So
how familiar are you with that?
yeah, I am not true, but I'm guessing it was not. It was in a park. We
Okay. It
you
was an
know,
exchanging of vows and a commitment.
there
Yeah.
was no rabbi. So,
Hey. Well, okay, so
but
that's already a big strike against that Judaism.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and
Okay.
I would say and they both read their vows, which were absolutely beautiful.
Great.
And I love my cousin. He's my first cousin. I only have two of them. It's him and his sister. She was married last year, and that wedding was
Oh,
also
oh shit.
amazing. So,
Fantastic.
uh, so I love his wife is so nice, Lily. She's so great,
Awesome.
and her vows were amazing. So, and they both were great, and so it's so funny how similar they were. You know, when they're writing them, and then the
Yeah, yeah.
similarities
The
between them.
correlation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah, a hundred
Yep.
percent,
Yep.
hundred
Uh-huh.
percent. So it was great. So and then my kids were dancing from as soon as the music turned on until they turned it off.
Awesome. That's
Yes.
how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had people coming up to us like, "Are these your kids? They're so great." And I'm like, I was like,
Was
"Yeah,
the reception in the same park or was it
yes, yep, yep,
okay?
same park, yeah."
Nice. Well, I mean, okay, so we're talking middle of June in San Francisco. What's the heat like?
It wasn't bad at all.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with California, so I wasn't sure.
So San Francisco gets it's not as bad because it's right next to the water, so it gets the
Mm,
breeze, and so it's not
okay.
as bad. It was
Good to know
warm.
for all you travel tips for
Yeah,
next
yeah,
year.
it was warm, but it wasn't that bad. So it yeah, it wasn't terrible. Uh and we did do the visit we did do the Fisherman's Wharf the day before the
Oh,
wedding.
okay. I have heard
Yep.
about that. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
and you get to they got to see some sea lions and
Yep,
stuff like
yep.
that.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. It's very commercialized. It's very
Oh, sure. Yeah.
you know, it's wall druggish,
Okay.
throughout the
Okay.
whole Fisherman's Wharf.
All right. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So, but it was still fun. It's still I like San Francisco. It's nice. The parts that I saw um was they were good. You hear
Did
stories about, homeless people taking dumps on the sidewalk.
I
We didn't
I
we
think
didn't see
San
that.
Francisco is one of the smaller accusers of the homeless, isn't it? Or am I wrong about that?
Well, there was a big thing where they cleaned it up because
Okay.
the president of China was coming to visit or some shit.
Oh,
Like
okay.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, but that was like a year ago. So I don't like. I'm not
Yeah.
saying that. So I don't know.
Eh,
I mean, I there's parts of San Francisco I really like. I went
sure.
and visited a girlfriend when she was in Coast Guard A school, which is in Petaluma, California, which is just north of San Francisco. And
Right.
that, that was many years ago before I met my wife. And I always just kind of liked San Francisco. It was like it was interesting. It was different. Like you, like there's a park in the middle of the city. It was cool.
See, that's what I've
Uh,
heard. It's different than a lot of
yeah,
the rest of California.
yeah. And California's a beautiful state. If it weren't run by fucking jackasses,
Right,
like it would just
right.
be so amazing. It would be so
Yeah.
amazing. So
That's the
amazing.
shits of it.
Yes, it's so
Yeah.
crazy.
It's giant landmass. There's so much territory, and it's in a beautiful location, from just a landscape perspective. But it's just the ideology and the politics just ruin a lot of that, and it's really
So much.
unfortunate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so much. Yeah.
it really is.
And yeah, so I don't know. California, I love California. I have friends that live in California, and I love those friends, and they love California, and the place that they live, we visited, and it's so great, and
Yeah,
it really is. Like, it is amazing. I'm like, this place is freaking awesome. I would love to live here, except,
except yeah.
except,
Well, that's the
so
thing. Like California and New York used to be like two of the states that I always wanted to visit a long time ago.
yeah,
Now I'm like, probably in like the last 10 to 20 years of my life, I'm like, there's no fucking reason I would be caught dead in either of those
yeah,
states.
yeah,
Unless I absolutely had to or had a damn good reason to be there. And I don't want to say that's all politically fueled, but a
it's
lot of it is
a
because
lot, yeah.
because it's not just the political fuel, it's the political influence on the people that live there. And like, is me just existing there going to be like detrimental to my health? Like, I'm glad I went to Chicago in 2007. Granted, it wasn't safe then either,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like
yeah,
I don't know. It sucks. So, but it's interesting because you've gone now. You've given the first half of your story. We're gonna
yep,
reconvene, give the second half, but you've made it from the eastern half of the country to the west. Like literally, you have
yeah.
gone cross country at this point safely. So that is a huge win.
It was a lot of driving. It was a lot of it was only a few meltdowns. And that was the thing. Like I think that was my biggest worry through this whole thing because I knew my daughter is she can be a bit of a dick sometimes. So
Right. Well,
I
yeah,
knew
daughters can be dicks. No, that's
I
totally
I
fair.
I don't I don't know what it is. She gets a hair across her ass and she gets upset about something that's so ridiculous. Like
Yeah, yeah.
the seatbelt didn't sit right on her chest. That was it. Like,
Oh,
bah! Like, you
dude,
know what I
you
mean? Like,
fucked up.
yeah, like or we didn't
No,
pick the
that's your
right
fault.
restaurant. You know
Well,
that type
no,
of thing.
this
So
is
I'm just
on
like,
you.
oh
If
my
you're
god,
not gonna cater to Princess, you're
this
gonna
is
have a bad
so
time.
this is what we're gonna do. And then my wife and I are not caterers, right? Like we will not
Right.
cater to her. Like
Wish I knew what that was
demands
like.
if she demands something, like we will go opposite. We will go
Yeah.
opposite. We will just be like, no, we're not doing that now.
Ballsy.
We will not do that now.
That
Well,
is
we don't want to give her.
ballsy.
We don't want her to win. Like if
Right.
she's gonna be stubborn, we're gonna be as stubborn.
This is
It's
a
just the way it
foreign
goes.
concept to me. I didn't know this
Yeah.
was an option.
Oh no, it's definitely an option.
You
It's
can do
definitely an
that.
option. Yes, you
You
can.
can't let them bully you?
Yeah. Yes.
Really? I
Yeah.
didn't know that was a thing.
Well, you can try. I'm not saying it works every time.
It's not gonna work in my house. I already know how this works.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, we don't we yeah, we don't let her win as much as we possibly can. I'm not
Well,
going to
that's
tell you that
hey,
she
good
doesn't
on you.
win. I'm not going to say that she doesn't win.
Right, right. No,
I'm just
I
saying
knew
like
you weren't batting 100. No,
yeah,
that's fine.
yeah,
I get
yeah.
it.
I'm just saying like we definitely be like well now this is like today she like we're on our way back from a pool party and she's like crying like cuz she wants to go out to eat and I'm like we're like well, now well, if we were gonna go, we're not gonna go because you're being an asshole. Like,
Yeah.
stop, for the love of God, stop. God. So, but
Oh, it's great.
yeah, so I would say the trip started the 19th. We ended up, God, I'm gonna get this wrong. I want to say we ended up in San Francisco on the 27th.
Okay. So yeah, we're okay. So we're talking about a week here. I like
Yeah.
this. This is perfect. It's a great hook. I love this. We've got more. Chris, next week, you're not derailing this for 2 hours. We're gonna finish this fucking trip next week because I got a couple things
Oh,
I want to get
26. We ended up there on the 26th. But yeah, it's still like
Oh,
8 days. It's
okay.
like 8 days.
Yeah, well, still, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so a little over a week. Perfect. This is perfect, folks. So next week, part 2 of the trip back. I know you've got a couple of good stories. I am excited for that. So I've got one for you, and it's so ironic because I just listened to this for probably the third time because I loved it so much. You had that story a few months ago. It's probably been longer than that when you bought the work van, right? And you had a bunch of fucking mechanical issues.
Yep.
Okay, so I told you guys a while back I bought a truck.
Yes.
Well, what I didn't mention during that, maybe I did, was my wife's Ford Explorer had gone in for some work before this. Okay.
Oh no. Oh, no.
Well, so it goes in and she took it to the place that she bought the car from. We've had really good luck. 2 vehicles in a row. It's just a really nice experience. They've got a good inventory all the time. The paperwork is as simple as it gets. They don't try to fuck you on a bunch of bullshit, docking fees and blah blah blah. Salesmen super easy to get along with. They're not fucking you, and the prices are fair. You don't have to sit there and haggle for half a day. It's really nice. They've also got a service department, and in the past that's been really good. They had a couple of mechanics. It was great. They had a couple of mechanics.
Oh no.
One of them left. We
Uh-oh.
find this out after she takes her Explorer in. It was stalling out when she would back up. And I don't know how to describe this because I wasn't the one doing, the driving while this was happening. She was saying it's stalling out when I'm backing up. Like, okay, fine, whatever. Sure.
Sounds like a neutral safety switch.
Well, she takes it in and it's there for a minute. And I'm going to spoil here. I said there were mechanics. Apparently, the good one left.
Oh no.
So it's there for, I'm going to say, probably 2.5 weeks.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And finally, she gets this diagnosis. And I'm asking like every other day, like, dude, what the fuck is going on? And she gets this diagnosis, and he says it's the God damn, I'm going to get this wrong. I'm going to fumble this. Is it the PCM? Maybe it's a computer thing. It's a plug-in deal.
Yep.
Blah, blah, blah. It's causing it to stall out. It's telling it that it has a problem, that the transmission needs to stall out. Blah, blah, blah. Like, that sounds not like a big fix, but it sounds expensive enough. I've replaced computers. They can be cheap, but this is a newer car. Probably not that cheap. She's like, yeah, it's going to be like $480. I'm like, okay, for the part and the labor, which there's barely any labor. That's not a terrible fucking price.
Yeah,
I
it's not
guess.
crazy. Yeah.
No, because I looked it up on Amazon. I could get the part for maybe $400 and do it in an afternoon.
Oh, that's definitely a Ford specific part.
Yes,
A
for sure.
computer. Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm like, fine, whatever. I was expecting the transmission, blah, blah, blah. So, all right, let's do this. Fine. Fuck it. Well, a week goes by. I'm like, dude, what the okay, any update? She's like, no. I'm like, call. So she calls. Well, so they sent us the wrong part. It was either A or B. We ordered A. They sent us B. She's like, okay, well, so we had to send it back and get the right one. Fuck, okay, what are we talking? Oh, it's going to be at least another week then. All right, fine. Order it. So they order it, and then I'm working in the town that it's in, getting worked on. So I'm like, okay, do I need to stop over there? I'll give him another day. All right, yeah, it's been another day. Just give him whatever. Finally, that Wednesday, I'm like, okay, I'm here. I'm working in town. I'm going to go see what's up. So I go in there. They were not expecting to see me, clearly. I walk in. This poor gal, well, I'm not going to say poor gal because fuck her at the end of this. I walk in. So the service department has like a little miniature office and then a double garage for servicing, whatever. And she's like, oh, yeah, okay. So yeah, she told you that, yeah, they sent us the wrong thing. I'm like, yeah, it's been another week. So what's the deal? It's like, well, they had to send us the right part. I'm like, yeah, no, I understand that. It should be here now. Oh, well, I can't get tracking on that. Like, what do you mean you can't get tracking on that?
It's been a
You
week.
ordered the part. It's been another week. Where are you ordering this from? Like what? Like, because I could order the same thing off Amazon. I've looked it up.
Yeah, eBay has it, buddy. Come on.
They have it.
Yeah.
It's not any cheaper, but like I would have tracking.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's just no tracking. I don't know. Hopefully it'll be here Friday. And I'm like, okay, fine. So Friday, we're talking another 2 days. So, and I walked in the garage, like it's in there and the hood is up. She's like, and yeah. No, once we get it, he can just plug it in and it's done. I'm like, great. So you think a couple of days max? Yeah. Well, let me look. Look at what? Well, we got a couple of oil changes, and I'm like, great. I don't give a fuck about your oil changes.
Yeah.
We've been waiting. We're at like week 5 now, mind you.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't care about your scheduled oil changes. Get my fucking car done. We need it. Oh yeah. So I'm at this point I'm pissed and I'm like walking out. Well, do you need like she starts talking about like I know you need the car back. I'm like, I had to go buy a truck so we'd have something to drive, and I walked out. And her face was priceless. She's like, eh? It's like one of those, oh. And she was trying to say something, but her brain was befuddled, so she didn't know what to say, so I just left.
Not functioning.
Yeah. So Friday, I'm still working in the same town. I go in there, it's like 2:00. Surely they've gotten the part, and he's plugged it in. I walk into the garage this time. I skipped the bitch at the reception desk because now I hate her. And she's in the garage with the mechanic and with the sales guy that I've bought 2 cars from. And they're just standing there having a good time laughing about something. Then they see me.
Like, oh,
and
fuck.
The salesman
books
it one way. She tries to
what a bitch.
Yeah, she tries to meander her way the other way, and the mechanic just unfortunately knew it was on him at this point and wanders up to me. So yeah, I just got here like an hour ago. My wife had to go to the hospital. I'm like, normally I would be super sympathetic.
Yeah.
Normally I would. But we're talking like a month and a half at this point. What's going on with the fucking car? Okay. I'm pissed. Because I didn't have a car. I had to buy a truck. She hasn't had a car. We've borrowed multiple vehicles at this point, and she keeps breaking those. That's a different story. Almost including the one that I fucking bought, but I digress. It was an O2 sensor, no big deal. It's fine. So
fucking Lindsay.
I know. She had PTSD driving anything at this point. She's so nervous.
I'm sorry, Lindsay. I'm just kidding.
So this poor bastard, who clearly is not a good mechanic. Sorry, not sorry. Look, here's the deal. So they sent us the part, like the right part this time. He's like, yeah, but they didn't program it. Like, what do you mean they didn't program? Well, like there's supposed to be like codes and blah, 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 but they sent it like default and there's like nothing on it. Like, okay. Well, so I'm going to see what I can do. I think this is how this I'm fucking up the timeline a little bit. Regardless, whatever, it wasn't done. Like, fine. I will be back here Monday, Tuesday to finish up the job I'm on. I'll be back. I'm walking out and he's still talking to me. I come back like Monday, Tuesday the following week. So we're nearing in on 2 months at this point. Actually, I think we were at about 2 months. I come back Tuesday and I walk through the office where the receptionist gal's at, and nobody's in there. I walk into I'm like, I don't care. I'm going to walk in like I own the fucking place. Walk through another door, spook the shit out of her, and she like shrieks. Whatever, doesn't matter. I don't care at this point. Walk into the garage, and she's like there for moral support. This guy's telling me, this is when he told me, oh yeah, they didn't send it with the data, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, so what are we talking about here? Because it's been 2 months. I have no car. I need the fucking car. He's like, look, we can send it back and try to get it programmed and this and that, but here's the deal, like it's going to be another week and a half probably. Probably need the car, right? I'm like, yeah, I need the fucking car because I'm done with this. So what's the deal? Well, it'd be more expensive, but if you take it to a dealership, they could probably knock this out a lot faster. So at this point, he's basically admitting he can't do it.
Yeah.
They can't get the
Totally.
right part.
Totally.
I'm pissed. So like, give me the fucking keys. And I left. I took the car. I called her and I am laughing. I'm so mad explaining this. It was like a Monday or Tuesday. So she calls the other town that she's from, has a Ford dealership, and gets it scheduled for the weekend because we were going up there anyway. So she takes it in on Friday or Saturday, whatever, and they look at it and they're like, so have you been driving this? Or she's like, no, it's been there. He drove it from here to home and it was like a half-hour drive. It's like, yeah, you shouldn't be driving this at all. It's like, she's like, what do you mean? They're like, well, it's not this PCM computer deal. It's fuck this, I can't remember. PCU. It was a similar part, but not similar in price at all. We're talking about something like in the rear chassis of the fucking vehicle. And they're like, did you have a smell coming out of this? She's like, yeah, but they said it was just the air filter because it was so fucking old. It's like, no, this is the part melting. That's what you were smelling. The car's falling apart. If you drive it, you're going to get in a wreck.
You'll die.
You might die.
Yeah.
She calls me with this, and I'm like, okay, what are we talking? Yeah, we're talking like $4,500.
Oh my God.
Like, so we went from $450 fix to a $4,500 fix. Awesome. I'm like, how much is left on this car? Oh, like 9,000. Like, oh, okay. How many miles are on the vehicle? Over 100,000 or like 100. We're at that like 160,000 mile mark.
Oh my God.
And we're at that point of paying it off.
Yeah.
Because we're clearly not paying enough a month to where either you don't fix it and you scrap it, or you do fix it and you drive it into the fucking dirt.
Yeah.
So you're fucked either way. So I'm like,
Yep.
just fucking fix it. And I'm going to be livid.
Yep.
So we fixed it. And I went and picked it up the following week. And they're like, yeah, I don't know. But this guy, the PC, whatever the fuck he was trying to fix, it's fine. This other thing, no, your car was going to fall apart. So I'm like, I'm trusting that you're not fucking me. I'm trusting that, and I'm trusting that this guy, given how long they took,
well,
he was wrong.
So let's assume the dealership is correct, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Like if you went to a mechanic, another mechanic, and said, hey,
right,
the dealership said this is wrong, you may save $1,000.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so,
yeah.
So even if they're completely correct, right? Like what we're assuming that you're telling you the truth.
Yes, exactly.
You're gonna save a little bit of money, but like not a ton of money where it's gonna make it worthwhile.
Right.
You know
exactly.
What I mean? I went so for my work vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
I believe I told the whole story, but
and it was awesome.
The end,
I just listened to it. I loved it.
Yeah, in the end, we were like, oh, it's a transmission. The dealership was going to charge me 12. My mechanic said, yeah, we can do it for like 7.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're going by those metrics, if the dealership tells you 4, even if you could bring it to another guy for 3, it's not that much different,
Right.
So, yeah.
No, yeah, and that's the thing. You get stuck in a rock and a hard place, but at that point, you need your fucking vehicle back that you're making payments on. It just it sucks. And I'm like, what are we going to get out of this? At best, like another 2 years, maybe, and you're going to be well over 200,000 at this point. I'm like, if I were a bigger piece of shit, I would go back to the place that we tried to have work on it, sell it back to them because they don't know about this problem yet, and they'd give us X amount and sell it to some fucking sucker. But I'm like, I'm not that big of a cocksucker, so I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
to somebody
I can't
else.
do it. I couldn't do it.
I
I'm
couldn't
with
do
you,
it. No,
man. I couldn't do
no,
it.
I couldn't do that. In good faith, I couldn't do
Yeah.
that to somebody else because I don't want to be in that position. So no, I believe in karma and I would never do that. But at that point, I'm like, it'd be nice to fuck them, but they're not going to be the ones that get fucked. So I couldn't, in all good
Sure.
conscience, do that.
Sure.
So yeah, that was that saga. But I bought a truck in the meantime, and Lindsay's already put like almost 4,000 miles on it driving the truck. I got to drive it for like a day, and then she started driving because she still have whatever.
Yeah.
So there was that. Also, one note: Stryker got glasses
Whoa.
in the last like month and a half. So that was a big deal. This is the first of my kids that have had to get glasses. I don't need glasses.
Does Lindsay need glasses?
Oh, Lindsay's like blind as a bat.
Oh.
So yes, she does. Very much so. And I've always had like really good eyesight. I'm probably, now that I'm 40, I'm probably down to 20/20 vision. So Stryker was the unfortunate first victim of this. And he was really nervous about this. I'm kind of glad it happened during summer. And he got to kind of like gradually adjust to it and show his friends off the record. And he was really nervous about it, but every family get together, like my side or her side, he made it a point to bring the glasses and wear them, like to show everybody. Because I think he was a little bit proud of him because he's a handsome kid, and I've always thought I look great in glasses. Obviously, shaded lenses or not, but like he's got kind of the same facial thing going on. So I think he's like, I kind of look distinguished. So he wanted to show them. He did not get aviators. I was so afraid he was going to go the Coke bottle route with a thick frame. He didn't.
Dude, I wish he would. I wish he would.
No, I told him, no, you can't do that. Because if you do that, all your fears will come true. Like, no. You gotta go with a thin frame. They've got to fit your face.
Yeah,
and he did.
You should get like a thick Coke bottle with like lime green lens. Like just fucking. You should have
go hard in the paint. It'd be different if he wasn't like blonde, because it's so much harder because he's got like a big head.
Just because
he's blonde.
Just because your kid's a ginger doesn't mean
he's not a ginger. He's blonde.
He's really close.
He's dirty blonde. There's no red.
There's no red.
No, it was so unfair though, because he's got like a large head. It's not like disproportionate, but he has a very large head, and he's blonde enough to where and he cuts his hair short. So I'm like, you've got to pick the right frames, and he did, and I think they look pretty good. And once he started showing his friends who also have glasses, it wasn't that big of a deal. So we got through that crisis, and it was nice. But this was on top of, her fucking car problems, me buying a truck, glasses. Oh, the 19 pairs of fucking shoes we had to buy for all this upcoming sports, cleats, and then it's like we spent like an incredible amount of money in a very short time frame. I'm like, what the fuck?
Why so are that we poor?
Yeah, I thought we were poor. Turns out we're apparently not poor. Well, we are now.
Yeah, you're just you're sneaker rich.
Yeah, no, we're not. If we were, it's over. That shit's over. That shit fucking sailed. Like, we fucking spent it. And then the other thing I wanted to bitch about, you're gonna love this. We've been done with baseball for a while, but this was a fun one. Well, not fun, but I was pissed. Like, this still infuriates me to talk about, but I got to talk about it. I've been waiting to talk about this. So, the Twins last year, they were on this baseball team. It was still coach pitch, and the whole team quite wasn't ready to move up to the 9 and under, which the league wanted them to. They wanted to move to the 9 and under player pitch, but they're like, no, they're not ready. A lot of these kids, they're going to be younger. No, it's going to be complete disadvantage. We already had that this year, so they didn't want that. So they stayed 9 under coach pitch, and we're all like, oh yeah, this is the right call. Blah blah blah. Okay, well then this season it was completely like different. Like where a lot of the teams were, it felt like a lot younger because I think most of those kids just decided, yeah, fuck it, they moved up. So we had the advantage this year. We were a lot more seasoned,
Just
We, and
annihilating
Taven and
people.
Jarek specifically fucking kicked at. Like these kids were awesome. Not to say we didn't have good competition because there were some real fucking ball players on the other teams, but even on the young ones. But I was just so impressed. Like the team as a whole, the same coach, the same team for the most part. They kicked ass. They didn't lose a game. I don't think they lost a single game all season. We're like, this is awesome. I'm so glad they got to experience this after last year being, kind of at a disadvantage. Well, we got to the end of the year and there was the same tournament that we played in last year, and we were a little underdeveloped, and we still managed to finish third or fourth. It would have been third. No, I think we finished fourth. Would have been third, but they just kind of half-assed it in the last game. Whatever. Same tournament comes around. We're excited. End of the season. Tournament's around. It's tournament week. Wednesday hits. The coach texts all the parents on Wednesday after the last game was on, whatever, and says, bad news. They decided that they're not going to let us play in this tournament.
What?
And we're like, what? It's like, they said we're too old. We can't play in this tournament. We're like, what?
Okay.
What does that even mean?
Your kids are that age.
Like, they're like, no, it's X and under or 8 and under, whatever it is. The details I'm forgetting, but if I dove back into the text thread, I could get all of the dirty fucking receipts because I've got them. They're like, no, you've got kids on your team that are too old to play in this tournament. So you guys, yeah, you're out. Your other team from your town, yeah, they're fine. They're young enough, but your team, yeah, you can't play. We're pissed. Like me and Lindsay are fucking pissed because last year we got put up against the number 1 seed and we gave them a fucking game. We came up short. We sucked in the beginning, came strong at the end, just short. That team won the tournament. That team had kids that were definitely my kids' age this year, if not older. I know this for a fact because my sister-in-law's brother was one of the coaches and his kid was the oldest kid on the fucking team.
Yeah.
I got all the motherfucking receipts. As soon as our coach told us this, we went to the Facebook page of the event and started like messaging them like, what the fuck is going on? I did, Lindsay did, a few of the other parents did. Apparently, they messaged the coach and said, call off the fucking dogs. Because we bombarded these fuckers. They didn't let us in, but apparently they were tired of dealing with us. So after he sent us, hey, they're mad, stop. They kept messaging us after that. Well, we know for a fact. I'm like, guess what? No, you don't. Here's the fucking receipts. Well, if one kid got through, there's nothing we can do about it now. Like, it wasn't one kid.
Yeah.
But that's hardly the fucking, yeah, that's hardly the point. I'm like, look, if that was the rule last year, you should have fucking held that the year, the same. It's fine. If that was the rule last year, that's fine. You should have fucking told us and not waited 2 days out or 3 days out from the event to say, hey, sorry, you can't be in this. Because we've been signed up for, I'm guessing, weeks. Like, literally, fuck you. Now we have no postseason. So our last game was our last game. So it was a really
just at least.
Well, I think I would hope they reimbursed. I hope. Well, we'd never see the fucking money anyway because that goes through the youth program. That's a fucking money laundering scheme that I've never said that about ever. I totally didn't just say that now. So yeah, no, it was just it pissed me off because we would have literally walked into that thing, cakewalked, and stomped the other teams because we were so good. They had such a good year. It was so much fun. I was so disappointed because they were just like, we don't get to do that. And we're like, no. And there's nothing we can do about that. So sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Soccer's coming up. So yeah, there's that. Yeah. So that was the end of our baseball season. It did, and it really there was a lot more to it and a lot of hurt feelings and blah blah blah. But we also got through the T-ball season. Lindsay and I coached that, and then so I did the flag football coaching. Me and Lindsay did the T-ball coaching. I think we're doing the soccer coaching now. We're signed up for that. And then Vesper informed us a couple of days ago she doesn't want to do soccer. And now she doesn't have a choice because that's literally the reason we signed up to be coaches for soccer. So, yeah, there's that. And yeah, you don't have a choice now. You're doing it, but she runs the roost, so she'll probably just tell us if she wants to or not. We got flag football coming up for the twins and tackle strikers in 5th grade coming up. It's gonna be really good. I'm like crazy stoked for him. I just can't believe how quick summer's like here and now.
Yeah, it is flying by.
It's fucking over again. Yeah. And we didn't even touch on this, and there's nothing to touch on. I literally turned 40 19 days ago, and I've never had less give a fuck about a birthday in my life. It's never like I thought this was going to be one of those milestone things, and this has been the least birthday I've ever felt in my life. I did nothing for my birthday. I got like basically no present, like, and it's just like all the weight of the world and all the stress just like punched me in the mouth. I'm like, and it was on a Wednesday of all days, because of course it was.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's like the worst. That's the worst day to have a birthday.
I know.
It was like a Wednesday. Fuck that.
Yeah, it
Fuck
was.
that
And I'm getting memories on my like gallery from the year before when I turned 39. I was I shouldn't even say this, but I will. The guy I was working with and my buddy from high school, who's my supervisor at work, it was a Tuesday or a Wednesday, and I was on a Sinclair dinosaur by the end of the night, riding it cowboy style, because we at least got to drink some fucking beer in a hotel that night. This year, no, it was my 40th, and we went and ate Mexican and came home. I didn't even drink on my birthday and have a nightcap. Like it was just the worst. It was the worst. I wanted to do something. We got to do nothing. And then we did like the 4th of July stuff, and it was just so hot out and mosquitoes were bad. That sucked. Yeah, no, it's been a terrible summer overall. The kids got fucked on sports. I'm old. Expenses. Like, this is just the worst summer ever. So I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm ready for the next summer.
Oh man,
I'm not ready for winter.
I'm sorry, buddy. Happy birthday, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. God,
summer sucks. Yeah. I don't know.
I tell you, it gets better, but I don't want to lie to you.
No, it doesn't get better. It gets worse. I already knew that.
I already knew
doesn't get better.
Just shut your fucking face. Shut your face. I'm sorry, buddy. We don't have much more time for banter. We don't have much more time for banter.
Oh, don't tell me that.
Yeah.
We don't have time.
Listen, I'm serious in this. Happy birthday, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate
it. Listen, 40 is the new 30.
It's well.
As long as you don't
in age, or
as long as you don't really think about it.
It's true for women, because I think that holds up for women. I don't think that holds up true for men, because I think 40 is the new 50.
Yeah,
or 50, or maybe 60. Depends on the week.
Of whether or not you're married, or
Well, depends how hard the fucking week was.
I'm trying to lighten this up. Jesus.
No, yeah. No, I'm sorry. I'm all depressed and shit. It's my bad. It's my fault.
Oh shit.
Okay, fuck the banter. You're right.
All right, let's do this.
What do we got?
We have a voicemail. A voicemail.
Okay, a voicemail. Okay. Let's hear it.
This is Leslie Manford, and I am currently identifying as taking a shit. And do you know why that is? It's because I listened to your last episode, and now I have to evacuate my bowels as a result of it. The fact that the three of you had the audacity to question the official narrative of the Charlie Kirk deserved assassination is actually appalling, and it makes me diuretic. So take your fascism and shove it up your ass.
Diuretic.
Specifically, Brendan. Chris, call me.
God, I love that. Specifically, Brendan.
Specifically, Brendan. Well, I mean, we've established your fascism in the past, so it's important.
Completely fascist. Completely fascist.
I mean, look at your shirt,
Yeah.
which I've been admiring this
Thank you.
whole time.
This is my 4th of July shirt.
I am in love with that shirt. That's one of the greatest shirts I've ever seen.
Yep. You can't spell USA without, or you can't, sorry,
You can't spell sausage
without USA. Yeah, sorry.
I'm telling you. Man.
So this shirt
Gorgeous.
came about because we were buying Vermont country sausage, like meat sticks.
Oh,
It-
yeah, okay.
They're
Yeah,
really
yeah.
good. They're really good. But
Actually, I think that's a pretty big brand. I think I've had those.
so they're owned by Johnsonville.
Okay, yeah. I
Yeah,
definitely had those then. Yeah.
So but they're still like sectioned off as like a small brand. They're not technically they're not like technically Johnsonville, but they're owned by Johnsonville,
right.
So we were buying them by like the dozen.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Like, but like a dozen of they had salt and pepper, a dozen of the barbecue, a dozen.
Yes.
So we're buying like 60 sticks like a month, right? Because they're easy.
Because meat is protein, and fuck yes.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, exactly, Tony. I know you're kind of joking, but like,
no, I'm not
like,
though.
But like, it's easy snacks for the kids. They're actually like kind of healthy, and like it's
absolutely.
So we're like, okay, yeah, let's do this. So we've been ordering. So at one point we're ordering, and like we get like 12 of them, and like 8 of them, you can tell like the packaging has been compromised.
Oh, compromised.
And it's like, and they're like this ugly gray, like
the vacuum seal failed.
Yeah. So the meat's like this ugly gray, and it was like, so like I just called them and I was like, hey, listen, we love your products. We love your products. Like, I'm not calling you to fucking bash,
but it
on
happens.
You. Like shit happens. I just want you to know, like, XYZ, we bought all this stuff. I spend probably like $800 a year on your meat sticks. Like, I'm just like telling you, like, I'm just like telling you straight up, like, this is a problem. You should get it taken care of. They were like, cool, thank you. And then someone contacted me and said, hey, I'm going to send you something. I'm like, okay, cool. Thanks. I appreciate it. Because we lost out on like $500 or $600. No, I'm sorry. That's not true. It was like $100 though, but it was like $100. It was
hey, it's
decent amount of money.
Yeah.
So whatever it was, like, it took some time, but they finally sent a bunch of meat sticks, they sent a bunch of stickers, and then they sent this t-shirt, and I was like, hell yeah,
love it.
And ever since then, like, I wear it every 4th of July barbecue, everyone's like, this is like the best t-shirt ever. Like,
it really is.
You can't spell sausage without USA.
No, the fact that, and they made it right, and that's what I love. I love that so much. Yep. Even like big chains, when they make it right, it's so much better. But like the offshoot of the big chain.
And honestly, that's what I try to do. Like, if I find something that's wrong with a piece of food I buy, like, I just contact as, like, as close to that person as I can, and just be like, hey, listen, we love your product. I'm not trying to be a dick, but like, and then they send us free shit, or they send us a thank you, or you know what I mean?
It's the common courtesy vibe, because especially when it's not like a big chain, or even if it's an offshoot of a big chain, they don't want the bad press.
Oh,
And
yeah,
if you're
for sure,
cordial
for sure.
about it and
Yeah.
you're cool about it, and you're like, hey, we like the product, but something went wrong. They're gonna be like, hey, we don't want to lose you. Here's some cool shit. Let's
Yeah.
be kosher. And
Yeah.
it's that fucking simple. And there doesn't have to be any hostility or hard feelings. And I know a lot of people that when one bad thing goes wrong, they abandon the product wholeheartedly. It shouldn't be like that because listen, have you never had a bad fucking day in your life? Guess what?
Yeah.
I've had a lot. People could abandon me at any goddamn day. I wouldn't want that, but
Yeah.
I totally get it. So you shouldn't. You got to give some people some fucking grace, and
A
especially when
little
it comes
bit,
to
at
branding,
least. Yeah. Yeah.
you got to give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
nobody can bat 1,000 100% of the time, and when they make the effort, that tells me that it really
And
does mean
like
something.
it may not even be their fault, right? Like because like especially like with these food products, right? Like
Yeah.
they're
Oh,
they're
yeah, yeah.
packaging they're
Chain of
packaging them,
events, for
they're
sure.
sending them to someone else, right? Like so
Yeah.
so I didn't want to be like, hey, like this is definitely your fault. You're a piece of shit. Like you should
Yes.
it was more like, hey, listen, we've bought this has happened multiple times. Like so they're just like, oh shit, like yeah, you're right, this is bad. And they took care of it, like which is what they should do. But yeah, if you're gonna badmouth someone for something, then
Yeah. It just.
grow the fuck up.
I don't know. That's the thing. Like, if your main focus is you alone, and one thing is going to set you off, and you'll never buy it again, it says more about you at that point. Like, I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. Like, I've gone to restaurants multiple times after receiving bad service one time because you know it could be a bad day for that person or what have you. But if it happens multiple times, that's different. It just it is more indignant on the food service side for sure. But what you're talking about, like you said, like meat sick, oh, especially that. And if you're spending that kind of money, absolutely. And they made it right. That's fantastic.
Yeah,
And
they were great.
especially when it comes to healthy food. For fuck's sake, people, I would love nothing more than to feed my kids and myself and my wife nothing but healthy food. It's almost impossible in today's economy. So if you can find something reasonable that is good,
It's not impossible. It's just more expensive.
it is more
Like,
expensive and super fucking
You're
complicated.
our grocery bill is way more than most people's. Yeah, for sure.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
I'm so blessed because, like, one of my twins loves fruit, the other one loves vegetables. Stryker loves everything. He'll eat basically whatever I put in front
Yeah,
of
but
him.
if you buy organic or like
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
non-dairy
it's
or gluten free or like any
terrible.
of that, forget it. Forget it. You're done.
No.
You're done. It's like way more expensive.
Yeah, no. If you follow the RFK diet, you will go into debt more than you'll
Yeah.
ever be able to recover from. It's impossible right now.
Yeah, but then
And that's the
like,
shits of it.
yeah. It's one of those
I
things.
hate it.
Yeah, you're gonna balance.
And don't get me
like-
wrong, my kids eat a lot of garbage food. They do because they don't care. They're all trash pandas. They are. But they do go out of their way to eat some pretty healthy shit. So like
That's good.
and they're all better than I was at that age.
Yeah.
So I can't complain too much. Yeah, I really can't. And I'm good at cooking. And it's unfortunate because a lot of my kids are just like, yeah, no, get this shit the fuck away from me. Give me mom's bland ass spaghetti or
Where's the hamburger helper, bro?
Yeah, the hamburger helper, the frozen pizza. Yeah, no. I try to give them something with seasoning and flavor, and they're like, yeah, no,
Fuck
I'll just
off.
go get an apple from the fridge, or it's fine. One of my favorite Jarek stories is probably from like 3 or 4 years ago. He wanted a snack on like an idle Saturday, and he's telling Lindsay, "Well, I'm hungry. I want something to eat." He's like, "Well, do you want this?" "No." "Well, what about this?" "Oh, no." And she's like, "Listen, stuff that he likes." "Well, we don't have that." Well, what do you want?" He goes, I guess I would just take a brownie. And he's talking about the box of cosmic brownies in the fucking cupboard. Like, I guess I'll just settle
if I have
for the cosmic
If I have
brownie of diabetes that you've got in the cup. I guess since you won't make me something good. I'm like, oh God, you are 1000% my child.
If you're gonna make me choose, it's the diabetes that's on top of the cabinet.
It's your fault, but I guess I'll do it. Woman.
Woman.
And he is 1000% the hardest one for her to deal with, which was why it was so surprising on the last episode that he's the one that betrayed me on the voicemails. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Couldn't memorize his lines.
No. So shit. No, she couldn't memorize her lines, but she could spoon feed him to one of my kids. It's incredible.
He couldn't remember shit.
Oh my God.
All right.
I love it. I love this show so much. This is the greatest podcast in the world. Nobody can even dictate this or argue with this. This is the greatest show of all time. And if anybody has anything bad to say about that, well, then fuck you. If you don't chew Big Red, fuck you.
You don't chew Big Red. Fuck you. All right, Tony, where can people find you?
Oh, Christ. I got to update my link tree because there's like nothing there anymore.
Yeah.
No.
Except
the only place
fans.
Well, yeah, the OnlyFans is pretty much it. And right here at Dad's Worldwide, because it is worldwide. USA has just been disappointing, but I feel like we can make a comeback. Telling you folks, it's not an unbearable task. If you live in the United States, you've got to listen to the show in full. You've got to share the show in full with somebody else who you know is of high mind, and they will appreciate it. And then they share this show with other people of high mind. And then Dad's Worldwide blows up like it's supposed to in the United States.
Yep.
It's that simple. So stop fucking around. What are we waiting for? You do that, we all benefit. And we get USA back to number one. Because that's what it's all about, folks. That's what it's all about. I know we're in the midterm year. There's no midterms here on Dad's Worldwide, folks. We're here regardless. So let's just get it done. Okay? Tony G, Linktree/Big Buckin'. But most importantly, you go to dadsww.com. You scroll down to the bottom right, green text bar, send voicemail. Click that, send a voicemail. There you go. Interact with us. We'll talk to you because that's how impactful you can be on the show that you love, which is this show, and interact with these guys that you love. It's just that easy.
That's it.
There you go.
That's it. And of course, if you can't stand me, you can't stand Tony, hate mail at dadsww.com. And, or, just, again, jump on the website, leave a voicemail button. Simple. You can do it anonymously. You don't even have to leave a name.
Yeah. Which I tried to explain to people, but they're like, oh my God, I don't like my voice. Oh gosh, what if people figure out who I am? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. You know what I care about? I care about voicemails. Don't be a little bitch. Don't be a little bitch. Leave us a fucking voicemail. Be a goddamn adult. Interact with us. We come out here every week and we put our hearts on the line for you fuckers, and you can't be bothered to leave us a voicemail? Do it.
Do it.
Fucking do it.
And of course, if, for some reason you're just like, wow, Tony's being really gay about turning 30 or 40 or whatever it is.
I turned 30 10 years ago.
Oh, that's what it is? Oh,
yeah.
So gay.
So gay.
just hit me up, Brendan at dadsww.com. and then I will not tell him on the show at all.
Right.
I will not. I will not bring that up at all.
No,
at
not
all.
at all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not at all.
Just give him the feedback. It's fine. It's fine.
We will make you laugh. We might make you cry. Most certainly, somehow, some way, try to make you a better parent. Thanks for listening, watching, whatever you're doing.
Wanking it. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever. It makes you feel good.